foodies, fellow foodies, welcome back to another episode of Aussie Pine Life. I'm in the kitchen today and you guessed it, it's Tom's Cuisina. Unfortunately today Honey can't help us. She's not feeling 100%, so I'm going solo. But I'm sure we'll manage it, although we will miss her good looks and her humour and everything else that goes with it. But today I'm going to cook for you a traditional Greek food like every other time. And this one is called Youvetsi. And basically it's a slow cooked meat dish with orzo or risoni or kritharaki as we call it in Greek. You can either use lamb or beef, but I'm going to do it with lamb. I've got beautiful boned shoulder lamb which I'm going to cook it with. And it's basically a slow braised lamb, and then we add the orzo and we slowly bake it. We finish it off in the oven. So stay tuned. I hope you'll enjoy it. I will enjoy certainly preparing it for you. And I've got the grandkids and the daughter and son-in-law coming over to eat in the evening. So hopefully it will work out fine and I won't lose them as customers. So stay tuned. Let's get started in the cooking. Okay guys, well I've assembled here the ingredients of your Youvetsi. The main ingredient of course is this beautiful lamb shoulder. I've got about 1.2 kilos. It's been boned out especially for me and it's going to taste really, really good. I've got two chopped onions, white onions. Some people like to use the red. I didn't have any red, so I'm sure the white will be fine. We've got a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. We have a stick of cinnamon, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 1 cup of red wine. That's for me, and I'll get another glass for the recipe. And of course, we have 500 grams or half a kilo of beautiful risoni, orzo, or kritharaki, whatever you want to call it. Also a teaspoon of sugar, and about 100 grams of freshly grated kefalogavieri, which is a particular type of Greek cheese. So all combined, these ingredients now will all come together in the Youvetsi. Okay, well what we're doing now is the starting point. We're just sauteing our onions until we can get them translucent, about 5 minutes or thereabouts should do it, and then we'll braise the lamb. Okay, well I think the onions have sauteed enough. They're starting to get very soft, starting to look very translucent, and they smell good. So what we'll do now is we'll add all our lamb pieces and try and get them all nice and cooked up. Bit of a turn, doesn't need very much, just needs to get a little bit colour and goes a little bit crusty. So we'll just wait for it. It might take a little bit of time, but this is just beautiful lamb. It's so fresh. My butcher boned it for me this morning. So, oh look, it's just so good. I could just about eat it raw. Yum, beautiful lamb. The shoulder is really one of my is the favourite cut. It's what they use also when they're making gyros. It's that soft shoulder part of the lamb. Doesn't do much work. The muscles in that area don't do a lot of work. Some people like the leg. I mean, it's fine. The leg of lamb is good for stews and spaghettis and those sorts of things. But I find it a little bit tough and dry. I think the shoulder it's just superb. And this is shoulder, so this should stew up absolutely beautifully. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add all the other ingredients. We try and share the tomato paste around the pot as much as we can and get as much of it in there as we can, all of it in there. Get a bit of juice on the spoon and make sure it all goes in there. And we're going to add our glass of wine. To the mix. Try and mix up with more. It smells even greater now. Oh my God, it smells good. Hope I didn't realise that the kids are coming over tonight. I hope the wine doesn't get them drunk. I'm sure they'll be able to cope. Chopped tomatoes. Stir all that around. And what we want to do now is we want to wait a while. We want the alcohol to burn off, so it might take 3 or 4 minutes because we just want the wine flavour without the alcohol. So we'll just give it a bit of time to just for all those ingredients to shake hands and get to know each other, and just to take away a little bit of that tartness and that acidity. We've got a teaspoon of sugar, just to give it a little bit of sweetness and just kill a little bit of that acidity from the tomatoes and the tomato paste. That's the tomato. And our final little ingredient, we add our stick of cinnamon. So that's just about ready to go to sleep now. We're gonna turn the heat down slowly. We'll just wait a little while for the alcohol to burn off, and we'll just add a little bit of water, and then we'll turn the heat down and let that stew for about 45 minutes. And the intention is that that's going to be just about ready to eat at that stage, but we'll see how we go. All right, we're just going to add a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more pepper, and a dash more salt. We don't want too much salt. You can always add it, you can't take it out. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water to just give it a little bit more top it up a little bit so that most of it is covered. And that's about it. And we put the lid on, and we turn the heat down just a touch, and let it simmer for about 45 minutes, and then we'll then prepare the next stage, which is the baking of the meat with the risoni. Okay, the meat is just about ready to go into the pan, to the oven. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to toast up our orzo and just get a little bit golden, a little bit crispy before we put it. We don't want it to get too soggy. And this is a very important step. A lot of people don't do this, but this is something that was told to me by some, not my mum, but some good friends. So we're going to toast the orzo now. Okay, so we're just going to add the orzo in. We've got 500 grams of orzo. We've got about 3 or 4 teaspoons of olive oil, and we're just going to fry this up or heat this through until we get a nice golden colour in our orzo. And we can just feel, I mean, it's pretty stiff now, but if we toast it a little bit, it will definitely, you can see the colour now coming through as we stir the oil through the pile, which is great. Doesn't need to do it long, just a couple of minutes just to get it all coated more than anything. Need a little bit of toastiness first. Okay, well, the lamb is absolutely perfect. Look, it's cooked up really, really nicely. So that's ready to go. It could hopefully take a little bit more cooking. What we do want to do though is we want to get that clove or that stick of cinnamon. We don't want that to go in the food, so we remove that. And what we then do is we then spoon our lamb into our oven tray, and with every bit of lamb we'll add a bit more water. The rule of thumb is that there should be about 500 grams of orzo there. We need around about 6 glasses of liquid now. I reckon there's probably barely 2 here, so we need to add a bit more water to it as well. And it's not so much really when you spread it out in a baking tray, but mind you, there aren't many people coming to dinner anyway. There's 4 adults and a couple of little kitties. Obviously lots of leftovers for the next few days. Alright, so that's our lamb. We'll grab our dish and empty all these beautiful juices into there as well. And that's done. Now we spoon in our orzo, which has been toasted. We had about 500 grams of orzo here. Just get that down. We're definitely going to need a bit more water, so we'll add some water to that as well. Okay, the final step is we want to put some aluminium foil on this tray, and because the tray is wider than the foil, we're going to need 2 pieces. And that, folks, is our Youvetsi ready to go into the oven. So if you want to follow me, I've got an oven preheated at 180 degrees, top and bottom on. So we'll pop this in there now for about 40 minutes or so. Give it a chance to absorb all that nice juice. And we just turn this down to about 45 minutes. And that, my friends, is a Youvetsi ready to happen. Ta-da! We're just going to check the orzo. It's been in the oven now for about 30 minutes, and we're just going to check to see it's still got enough water for it to cook properly. So we'll just take it out now and have a bit of a look. Oh yeah, still has plenty of good juice. Doesn't need any more water, so we'll just give it a little bit of a stir. Oh no, it does need some water. It's gone a bit hard. I'll hold it. We'll just give it a bit of a stir. And oh my god, that smells so good. Okay, so we're just going to add about a little bit of water just to make it a little bit sloppy, and back in she goes for about 15 minutes, and then bingo, we're ready. And that, my friends, is Youvetsi. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll sprinkle the rest of the Epalogavieri cheese on it. Finish it off. And it's time for a taste test. Okay. Beautiful. I'll just break off a little bit of lamb. Oh, it's hot. The lamb is cooked to perfection. The orzo is beautifully tasted. It's taken all those flavours from the lamb. So that brings us to the conclusion. There we have it. Youvetsi. Lamb Youvetsi with orzo. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. More importantly, please press that notification bell so that you know and you'll get a message every time we post a new video on Aussie Pine Life. We love doing these videos, but we get more encouragement and more thrill to know that people out there are watching. And we've got people in the US, in the UK, we've got people in Mongolia, we've got people in Hong Kong, United Arab Emirates, of course the Philippines, Australia, and lots of places. So if you're in one of those countries, or if you're in a country that we don't even know about, please give us a like and give us a comment and tell us where you're from. But today we have the Youvetsi, which we prepared. Hope you enjoy it. It's a very simple recipe for you to make, like everything I show you. Honey hasn't been in the video. We've missed her. But you know what? She's behind the camera. So I won't tell you what she's wearing right now and what she's doing, but it's a very, very cold winter's day, and this is going to go down a treat. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for future videos on Aussie Pine Life. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.